Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. There is an absolutely awesome Humble Bundle available right now, so I want to talk a little bit about that. And speaking of deals, Steam has actually got a lot of great deals right now on various games, a couple of underrated gems that I want to talk about as well. More on the Steam deals in a little bit. First, I want to talk about this great Humble Bundle that Humble has started. Of course, I am sponsored by Humble, but I've been promoting them for a long time, and they offer great games at a very cheap price. This new bundle comes from the help of Paradox Interactive, the Humble Paradox Interactive Bundle 2018. Now let's go through the three tiers, and they're all pretty good. If you just pay $1, you'll get Cities in Motion 2, Magicka 2, a very fun game, as well as Majesty 2 Collection. Magicka 2 out of those games is the only one I'm really familiar with. I absolutely adored Magicka. I think it's a ton of fun, especially if you're playing with a couple of friends. It's not a game you're gonna take all too serious, but blasting each other and all the friendly fire makes it a very fun experience. But again, I would recommend it as a cooperative experience rather than playing it solo, because you're not getting the most enjoyment that way. And now that it's available for just $1 as a part of this Humble Bundle, you can probably convince a couple of friends to buy it. Where this bundle gets really good is the beat the average of $6.33. It was actually a little bit lower. It was around $5.50, I believe, a couple of hours ago, but I guess a lot of people are picking this bundle up. What the beat the average deal will get you is Crusader Kings 2 as well as the Old Gods DLC. You'll be getting Hearts of Iron 3 Collection, Europa Universalis 3 Complete. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, I probably butchered that. And the real seller of the beat the average is Pillars of Eternity, a fantastic old school RPG. I absolutely love that game. Developed by Obsidian, who have also worked on some other really good RPGs. Pillars of Eternity is a very engrossing experience that spans a really long time, has a decent amount of replay value. Unfortunately, with this, you don't get the White March expansions, which add more content on top of a content-filled experience. But Pillars of Eternity is such a great game, and now as just a part of this bundle, you have no excuses to play this game. Now, if you are more familiar with consoleized RPGs, Pillars of Eternity is gonna have a learning curve to it. This isn't a game with a ton of voice acting, a lot of long-winded, high production valued cutscenes, and the gameplay has quite a bit of depth to it, but give it time and you will be completely absorbed to Pillars of Eternity. I'm telling you, it is a great game, and if you're a fan of older RPGs like Baldur's Gate, you're gonna enjoy it, and at this price, you can't go wrong with checking out Pillars of Eternity. And finally, if you pay $12 or more, you will also unlock Stellaris, which is a game that a lot of gamers think highly of. Personally, I actually have never played it. I actually feel kind of bad about saying that, because this is a game so many people have told me about, so many people have told me to check out. Just one that I've never really gotten around to, but it's typically pretty expensive. It retails for $40, and even during a Steam sale, it's relatively expensive. I believe it goes for $10. So again, all you have to do is pay $12 or more, and you'll get it as a part of this bundle as well. A great bundle here, at the very least from my personal opinion, and the games I'm aware of. I would beat the $6.33 average to get Pillars of Eternity. Crusader Kings 2 is pretty good if you're a fan of strategy games, and Magicka 2 is great as well. I got a couple of other games in there too that I'm not as familiar with. I can't play every game in the world, but yeah, really solid bundle here, and I would highly recommend you to check it out. But moving on from that, Steam has also got some really good deals that I wanted to cover really quickly. First of all, I talked about Obsidian Entertainment's Pillars of Eternity, but their other game that was released more recently, back in 2016, they put out Tyranny. Tyranny is similar in that it's an old school RPG with a similar presentation style. Launched at $45, but now it is 66% off for $15.29. There is the Overlord Edition, which will get you some bonuses. That's 66% off for $20.39. And then the Tyranny Conquerors bundle is 61% off for $25.94. I haven't played enough of Tyranny to give a full opinion on it, but I still wanted to mention it. That's a pretty good deal. Also, a game that I am a gigantic fan of, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, is on sale on Steam, 67% off for $9.89. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is such a good game. This was released back on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 back in 2012, I believe, and it was a great game. The real issue with it on those consoles was on a technical side, and on PC, it is an absolutely wonderful port. We need to see more ports like Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, and it goes to show because it looks like this game sold incredibly well on PC. If you've yet to check it out for less than $10, it is a fantastic, fantastic deal. A game with a ton of content to it, and Dark Arisen does include the base game of Dragon's Dogma as well as the Dark Arisen expansion. That'll add a significant amount of more content. It's often compared to Dark Souls, and I can see those comparisons, but it's got its own soul. No pun intended there, but yeah, a great game. Looks fantastic on PC and runs smooth as butter. And finally, one other deal on Steam that I wanted to mention is for a game that's very, very underrated. I think a lot of you guys missed out on this game, and it is Singularity, 75% off for $7.50. This is a really cool sci-fi single-player first-person shooter. Yes, it's a first-person shooter, and it's single-player only, only. It was developed by Raven Software, who have actually worked on a lot of the Call of Duty games. I know that might turn some people off, but calm down. Singularity is an awesome game. Has a great setting, some really cool time manipulation elements, solid gameplay, and a pretty interesting story to round out. So 75% off for $7.50. Really solid deal on that. This is a game that's been completely forgotten about, and I want to mention it more and more in my videos because it released back in 2010, almost 8 years at this point. And I remember playing this game on PlayStation 3 back around the time it came out. I rented the game and I had so much fun with it. I gotta go back and play through the entire game on PC again. It's got very positive reviews on Steam, 92% overall and 95% recent. Just a really solid first-person shooter. I remember thoroughly enjoying it back in 2010. So that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. Just wanted to go over some interesting deals available. That Humble Bundle is great. Some really good deals on Steam on Tyranny. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is fantastic, and Singularity is a game that I'm pretty sure 90% of you haven't even heard about, so I want to bring some light to some of those underrated games. And now it's on sale for the entire week at $7.50. That particular deal ends on January 29th. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments section as well, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.